Well, Rosie, it should be starting. I mean, I don't. I apparently did something different. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. There we go. I apparently clicked something different this time, Rosie. Okay. There we go. Hey, Jeanette. Jeanette is here. Sorry, I guess I chose a different setting than I normally do, and for whatever reason, it didn't start immediately like it was supposed to. First off, how can everybody? Am I coming through? Is my sound coming through okay? Can everybody hear me? Because I mean, I'll tell you why in a second. And let me know if I need to make any changes to the audio. Hey Ryan, hey Marilyn. How's Rosie? She's doing fine. She has not thrown up since last week, so she seems to be doing better. Marilyn says sounds fine. Okay, cool. All right, sounds good. Okay, cool. The reason I ask is I've got two mixing boards, and I use one for the live stream and one for other things, and I swapped them out this weekend. So the board that I'm using now is the first time I've used it for this, so it was set up different. So I just wanted to make sure that everything was going through. So Jeanette says she's glad to hear she's feeling better. Good news about Rosie. Yep, yeah, she's been fine. Like I said, I think it may have been she may have eaten too much or just got too shaken up in the course of being a CH cat. But yeah, she's been fine. So how did everybody do with Wintermageddon or the snowpocalypse, whatever it's being called? I know that we got about 3 inches of snow here, and it completely crippled the entire metro area. Did you have snow there? Yeah, about 3 inches, and it was great. I mean, it was beautiful. It was absolute, especially Tuesday morning when I got up and went outside to check, and there was about 3 inches of snow, and of course nobody's driving on it, and it was just this perfectly even, beautiful blanket of white snow on everything. The roads, there were no tracks in the roads yet. I mean, and it was a nice, just a fine powder that when the wind would blow, you would see it kick it up into little swirls, and the sun, the sky was kind of overcast and gray with snow still falling and the breeze blowing this fine powder. I mean, it was great. I mean, it was just beautiful. Marilyn said, not too bad in Brooklyn, just cold. I'm sorry. Well, it was after, we got just cold 2 days after the snow, so not as cold as Brooklyn, so yeah. But it was really beautiful. It was really nice. And of course, with everything being shut down, no work, no this, no that, it was really touching to me. I mean, plus it was nice and toasty inside. And, I could have done some work on the computer or this, that, and the other, but I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take, God gave me this couple of days to just relax and enjoy the beauty of the snow and everything. And me and Rosie, we just kicked back, and I binge watched Air Crash Investigation, the show that I like, and made homemade hot chocolate and just chilled out and relaxed. It was so nice. Jeanette said, no snow here. Dang, Scott, I couldn't believe you got that much snow here, but it was cold. Yeah, it's actually, like I said, it was about 3 inches, I guess more or less the entire at least in the Houston area, might have been, give or take a little bit here, a little bit there, but yeah, where I'm at, we got about 3 inches or so, which is actually, I moved here in 2008, and the 3 inches of snow that we got Tuesday is actually more snow than we've had in the entire 17 years combined that I've been here. I think that in the 17 years, not counting this past week, I've seen snow 3 times, but each time it was just a little dusting, maybe a half an inch each time. So yeah, we actually got more snow now here than I've seen in 17 years, and it was great. Yeah, what about Ryan? Yeah, Ryan. I don't know what Ryan's weather is. I know that it's probably cold, but yeah, I didn't do anything. As a matter of fact, I don't know if I mentioned it, but normally around the holidays, I totally abandoned my diet and just enjoy the holidays, enjoy the holiday food, and I told you all the stuff that I made. The creme brulees and tiramisus, chocolate mousse, pumpkin pies, all this stuff. And then January the 1st, and I mean literally January the 1st, if I'm home, then usually about 15, 20 minutes after midnight, after I ring in the new year, then I just go to my fridge and just start throwing away everything, get back on my diet, start working out again, and just start the year anew. Well, this past week was just so nice and relaxing and cozy that I totally abandoned my diet. I said, you know what, I'm going to eat pancakes and biscuits and gravy, and I have not worked out in a week, and I just relaxed. Me and Rosie just kicked back, chilled out, and did nothing, pretty much nothing. What did Ryan say? It's gotten a little bit warmer. It's quite tolerable now. Well, that's good. That's good. And same here. The strange thing is, it was down in the teens. I think the worst of it I think was Tuesday night, either Tuesday night or Wednesday night. It was down around 18 or 19 degrees, which is just blisteringly cold for here. And today I think the last time I checked, it's 68, and tomorrow's supposed to be 70. And then I think from now until the first week of February, the temperatures, I think there's a couple of days where it's going to go down in the 40s. But other than that, we're easily in the 50s and 60s, at least until the first week of February. So go figure. That's weather in Houston. Seriously, chilly, relaxing. I did. Thank you, Marilyn. I did. It was wonderful. I mean, it was great. So yeah, and I'm glad everybody made it through. Glad everybody came through. I mean, I'd say everybody. I mean, unfortunately, due to car accidents and things like that, at least I can, speaking for this area, there were some people that didn't make it, and that's tragic and sad. I pray for their families and all that stuff. So, cats are the best for staying in town. Yeah, they are. Yeah, because it was it was so funny. I mean, normally she sleeps on top of the covers. She'll curl up next to me on top of the covers, but I guess it was just so cozy, cuddly. She got under the covers and curled up next. I was like, "What are you doing?" And so for 2 nights, she climbed under the covers and was knocked out. So yeah, we had a good time. What else? Oh, now all that having been said, Sasha, she did fine. She, of course, refused, as usual, to get in the kennel that I put some old clothes in. I bought her own pet bed. This was some time back. I went and bought a heating pad to put under the pet bed so that it stays nice and warm. Put a cover over it, and so it's waterproof. And so I got this. And she refused. She's an outdoor cat. She refuses to use it. She used it the first year that I had it set up. I think she used it like 2 or 3 nights. But right before this snowstorm came through, I picked her up and again put her right in front of the entrance, and pointed, and she just kind of looked at it and looked at me, but she chose not to get. But she's fine. I've been feeding her extra because I try to feed her extra in the wintertime because she. Cats will put on a heavier coat and then also put on some extra fat to keep them warm and everything. And, so she normally plumps up in the wintertime, but I've been feeding her more. I usually feed her dry food in the morning and wet food at night, but I've been feeding her dry food in the morning and then either 2 cans of wet food during the day or a can of tuna and a can of wet food. I don't give her tuna every single day. I try not to give her tuna more than like 2 days in a row because of the mercury that's naturally in tuna. You're not supposed to have it, and also for cats, for animals, they're not supposed to have it every single day, or they can get heavy metal poisoning. So, but no, she's doing fine. She's just doing what outside cats do. She's just happy and chilling. So, but yeah, so everything's good. However, as happens from time to time, and we all know what this means. I really hate dragging this stuff out, but it has become tradition on Rosie's channel that when an animal is crosses the rainbow bridge, then I pay tribute to them and I raise a glass to them. And I didn't see the post until last night, but I don't know if any of you are familiar with Ysera. Her channel was Yseratok, all one word, Yseratok, and she had, I'm pretty sure it was the same neurodegenerative condition that Willy Wonky had, because the effects seemed to be the same. It was progressive, and it just continued to get worse. Well, anyway, I saw the post where her dad had posted that she passed. She crossed the Rainbow Bridge Monday afternoon, Monday the 20th. She was voted. I'll have to double check the name of the magazine. I want to say it was Modern Pet or something like that, but it was a pet magazine where in 2024 she was voted Pet of the Year. So she was just a sweet little special baby, special needs, special girl. So we're going to do the same thing for her that we do for all of them in the community, whether they're special needs or not. But when they cross the Rainbow Bridge, Marilyn said, "Yeah, been following her. So sad. Loved her so much. Yeah, she was really free. Yeah, she was. And she was. And I don't know if you followed Willy Wonky, but the symptom, the condition as far as being frail and immobile and all of that seemed to be the very same that Willie had. And of course we toasted Willie when he passed a couple of months ago. So we're going to do the same for Miss Ysera. If I can get this open. I'm trying not to let it fly because it'll scare her more than it's going to scare her anyway. I guess she's about gotten used to it. She didn't even flinch. So if you want, raise a glass of whatever you have, water, soda, juice, whatever you have, coffee, whatever you happen to be drinking. And here is to Miss Yasera, America's favorite pet, 2024. She was and is very much loved and will be very much missed. And she touched everybody that knew her. And to her cat mom and dad, thank you for sharing her with all of us. Miss you, Sarah. We love you and we miss you. So yeah, I hate doing this, but I'd much rather do it and honor these precious little babies than not do it. So there's where we are on that. So yeah, it happened on the 20th, and I just happened to be right before I went to bed last night. I figured I'd scroll through Facebook one more time, and sure enough, there was the post that was 4 days old. So all right, so we got that. We got Miss Sarah honored. Here's to you. All right, now, what else? Oh, got the original drug rug. I did a bunch of laundry this week, so I got the drug rug back, got it back, got it cleaned. It was sitting in the dirty laundry for what, a week, 2 weeks. But I just didn't have timing. I cleaned it up, I just didn't run it through the wash. I gotta do better. Now there was a question sometime, okay, Jeanette. The t-shirts and mugs, Scott, whenever you are ready, I'm ready. I know that everyone has been busy. Yeah. So so let's all right, so on the t-shirts and the mugs, either I can carve out some time this week to do, like I said, I would like to do a print on demand. That way, anybody that wants one can go to a third-party site and order them, and then they can handle the transaction, the shipping, and everything. That is outside of where Jeanette had mentioned. I want to say it was your son-in-law. So if that's still in the offering, if that's still on the table, then we can, you and I can discuss that. What the details around that would be. Otherwise, I don't mind going to try to find a print on demand and just let people order one or two at a time, and then that way it keeps me out of it. I don't have to deal with any transactions. I don't have to deal with anybody's credit card, debit card, security. That way I don't have to worry about, and then I don't have to worry about remitting sales tax to the state and all. Yeah, so it would be, for my purposes, it would be a whole lot better if I went through, unless like I said, unless Jeanette, you have something planned, then I'll feel much better just doing it as a third party print on demand, where they'll do one or two, and instead of it being like a minimum order of 20 or 50 or something like that. Because right now, I guess not that it couldn't be done, but I've got other. I mean, let's say the shirts. I don't know. I'm just throwing a number. Say they're $20, and say I have to order a minimum of, whatever, a minimum order to stock up a Rosie store. Then if I've got to order 50 of them, 20, that'll be $1,000. I mean, I can do that, but I've got other places I need to allocate money. So, it would be better if I did a print on demand. That way, if somebody wants one or two, then they'll print and ship one or two at a time.
Yes, absolutely no hurry at all. Sheila, when you are ready. Son-in-law, and yes, it still is on the table for sure. Okay, so that having been said, I know that I know that I'll have some time tomorrow afternoon-ish. So the only thing I've got work-wise for tomorrow, Jeanette, is I've got an inspection scheduled for in the morning, and then if that passes, then I've got to start. The material for the next phase is not being delivered until Tuesday, so I'm not going to be doing any physical. Well, I'm not going to be hanging sheetrock or anything like that. So I don't have anything planned for the afternoon. So if you're going to be around and available tomorrow afternoon, then we can try to get together on Messenger and talk about any details that if you want to do it through your son-in-law, what did I say? Yes, about the third party, I think that's a way around it where we don't have to know anyone's private information or addresses. Yeah, see, and to be honest with you, I mean, as far as the addresses go, I mean, I feel comfortable that, I mean, me personally, the core three of y'all, Jeanette, Marilyn, and Ryan, I don't have a problem. We'd have to do it in a, of course, outside of a live stream. I don't have a problem with my address going to y'all. That, I feel, we've been, as a matter of fact, this is episode 38, and we actually missed 2 or 3 weeks, so we're almost a year into us getting together on a regular basis. But it's the credit card thing that just for security reasons, I wouldn't want to have a program in my computer that, somebody orders it through me, they email me an order or something, and they, that part I would, that part's what scares me, because I don't want anybody, I mean, even my family members, like if my sister wanted to buy one, I don't want my sister's credit card number. I don't want anybody's credit card number. That way it keeps me completely out of the loop where, even if somebody were to come and steal my computer or hack the Rosie store or something, then, they can point the finger at me and say, well, Scott, it was on your server, it was on your, if a third party handles it, other people's, the payments, then, that's perfectly, that's great with me. So anytime I'll be available, cool. Ryan saw the Rosie picture with helmet, love it, priceless, thank you. Yeah, I like that, Ryan, that was awesome. Ryan said, it looks funny, Marilyn, I think it works as a concept. Yeah, I think it does too, Ryan. So, I'm sorry, are we ignoring you, Rosie? Gosh, she got on this kick the other day where she was pawing at her ears and scratching and all this stuff, and I tried to help her out with, I usually help her scratch her ears and everything. But she just wouldn't let it go, wouldn't let it go. And finally, I know she hates it, and she tries to kill me every time I do it, but it's got to be done. I went and got some Q-tips and cleaned her ears out, and I was like, good God. I mean, like she had like candles in there. I was like, holy crap, Rosie. So she seems to have been better. That's our little girl. That's it, Marilyn. What are you doing, Doodle?
Love the helmet. Yeah, I know the helmet was awesome, especially with that look on her face.
What, Doodle? What, baby? Oh, what are you doing? Big stretch. Big stretch. Ow. Be nice to me. Meow. You need to be nice to me.
You know, we're actually lucky that we were able to be graced with her presence today, because earlier it was storming really bad, a lot of thunder, a lot of lightning. So you know what that means. Right under the Christmas tree she went, and I didn't think she was going to come out, but it quit storming about 20 minutes before the show started. So she decided to come out from under the Christmas tree. I think she knows that it's her time. Excuse me. When she sees the tripod get set up and she sees the coffee table moved back, I think she knows that the stage is getting set for her. Don't you, Doodle? Why are you looking at me like that? What did I was just playing with you. You're going to hurt me, aren't you?
Meow. Meow. What is it, baby?
You're so spoiled.
Ow, ow.
I've got to clip her claws again. My cat's scared of all that noise too. Yeah, I mean yes, yeah. I mean, y'all seen her. Y'all. I think we've been doing shows when it started raining, and she blew off, and I don't know why. It's so weird that that's her safe place. I've tried making little forts for her, like pillow forts and blanket forts and things that she can get in and feel safe and feel comfortable. But for whatever, she likes to get under the tree. Like the tree, I mean, it's a foot of nothing. The tree doesn't start for like a foot up, and it's open all over. It's like, I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand the doodle. And you like it that way. You like it that I don't understand. Keeps me guessing. Keeps you in charge. Why are you staring at me like you want to kill me? Probably because you do. My sister, oh my God. My sister sent me a reel the other day of a cat wearing a panda suit. And she said I need to get that for Rosie. I'm like, no. She would absolutely kill me. I told my sister, I was like, you want me to die, don't you? I was like, she will cut my throat in my sleep. If I tried to put a panda suit on Rosie, she would absolutely kill me. Yeah. I promise, Rosie, I'm not dumb enough to try to put a panda suit on you. I don't know, maybe I am. I'll think about it. It may be the end of Scott. Rosie will be doing the live stream herself. Please be nice to me. Don't hurt me. Yeah, she may jet out on us in a little bit because we're supposed to have more storms. Yeah, yes, Doodle wants to keep Scott guessing and on. I know. Exactly, Marilyn. What was it she did the other day? She did something. She was sitting in front of one of the heaters. And it was like the way she was sitting, she wasn't, loaf mode or anything. She had her paws weren't sitting like this. They were together like she was praying. It's like, are you praying for warmth or are you praying for me to feed you or something? Hell, I mean, you stay fed, constantly have food. She goes nuts like any other cat. She can eat the center out of the food in the bowl, and she can, in the middle, it'll look like a donut. There'll be all kind of food around, but then you can see the bottom of the bowl right in the center, and she'll go off. Like she not only doesn't have food, but she hasn't been fed in 6 months. Once she can see the bottom of the bowl, it's like, it's almost like, somebody said action, and she goes into her Oscar performance of, rah, rah. It's like, oh my God, settle down, Rosie. Are you a drama queen, Doodle? Oh, chin scratches, chin scratches. Yeah, she got scratching her ear so bad the other day. She cut herself again. That's why I had to clean her ears out. I'm like, all right, I'm done watching you harm yourself. All right. So what do y'all think? Y'all think we should do? Doodle is listening very. Oh, I know, Marilyn. She's always. It's always just. The tension is always right there, right on the surface. It's like, Daddy, just don't screw up. Don't screw up, and you'll make it another day. I know they always urgently want. Oh yeah. Yeah, she can eat. She can eat like that last little piece in the middle that's covering up the bottom of the bowl, and as soon as she moves that and sees the bottom of the bowl shining back at her, then it's panic time. Like, don't worry about that half a cup of food that's making a circle around there, Doodle. Let's just panic because now you can see the bottom of the bowl. Oh, and her new thing, she's back to going off the back of the sofa. She doesn't so much go off the front now. She's back to, for whatever reason. So when she gets down, she climbs over the back and flops over on the pillows on the ground. Hence the reason I have to keep the sofa surrounded with pillows, because I never know where in the hell she's going to go, or excuse me, where in the heck she's going to go off the sofa. Jeanette says toe beans. Oh yeah, yeah, we're gonna do beans. I'm gonna I'm gonna do like I did the last. I mean, what do y'all think? Y'all think I should we do drug rug or just toys or what? What do y'all think? I mean, because I know last week she had that little bit of an upset stomach. Y'all think we should jump right back into full doodle mode, or just do some toys? But yes, we will do beans, Jeanette. That will happen. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about that as I was getting everything set up, and she was still hiding under the tree. I was like, well, I'll just take the phone over there and get her beans under the tree. It'll be like Christmas beans, even though it's not Christmas. Hey, dude, are you in almost loaf mode? Need to, don't hurt me. Need to tuck that one. Rosie looking at me like, hey fool, I know how to do loaf mode. I don't need you tucking my feet to make me into a loaf. I am definitely going to pay for that one. All right, we're going to give her, we're going to do full drug rug. We're going to give her, I think that this, I think I need to get some more of,
if y'all will remember, I had a different catnip when we first started doing the live stream. It said organic cat. I don't know anything about catnip, but it said organic. But she seemed to really like that. This one that I've got, it's just a big, it's almost like the Sam's Club version where you get like, a 5-gallon of it. So I figured like, well, hell, I'll just get more catnip. But she seems to like that organic better, so I need to get some of that. Whatever you think is best, Scott, you know her best. Yeah, well, that's part of the problem, Jeanette, is she doesn't want anybody knowing her. That's why she keeps everybody guessing. So you can never predict what she's gonna do. But yeah, I'll go ahead and put some catnip out for her, see if she goes for it. But she doesn't seem to go for this. Jeanette says, yeah, the organic is best. Yeah, I think so, because when I ran out of that and started using this, she doesn't seem to go for it as much as she did the organic. The organic, she just, oh God, she attacked it. I mean, I could put just a little pinch of it on her blanket, on the drug rug, and she would go after it. I mean, y'all seen now, I put 2 tablespoons on the drug rug, and she just sort of looks at it like, why are you making a mess? But yeah, we'll go ahead and do full on doodle mode. She doesn't look impressed, but all right, we'll see. I'll probably end up paying for this. All right, Doodle. See, she knows when I walk that, during the show, it's weird. When I'm not doing the show, I can walk around the living room and do it. She could care less. But when the show is on, I'm telling you, this is a smart cat. When the show is going, then she knows when I walk around this, behind the sofa, walk over here, she knows I'm getting either drugs and or fishy. All right, Doodle. Oh, God, hey! Hey, I just found orange fishy. Rosie didn't lose it. I put it somewhere that it doesn't normally go. So, hey, you got orange fishy again, Doodle. Look, orange fishy's back. Rosie only wants the best, as the diva should have. Exactly, Marilyn. I bought some stuff on Amazon. It says Canadian strength, but I have no idea. My cat isn't fussed, but other cat. Canadian strength? Oh, look at her. She loves orange fishy. What, Doodle? Meow. Where'd you come on, you got orange fish. The excitement in your voice when you, I know, Jeanette. I wonder what Canadian strength means. I don't know, Marilyn, I was wondering that myself. I'll have to ask my friend in Canada, what is Canadian strength? Yeah, you'll have to forgive me, Jeanette. Get it? I'm like a big kid, Jeanette. Sometimes I just get excited when something happens. It's like when I was describing the snow to my sister. When I was talking to her last night, I was telling her how much it touched me and how moved I was by its beauty and this, that, and the other. And she was almost like, okay, dude, settle down. It's snow. I mean, yeah. Sorry, I'm just weird like that. Get it, Doodle? Whoa! We have orange fishy again. Get it? Meow. Meow. Are you happy to see orange fishy? And it wasn't her that lost it, it was me the whole time. I've got an old coffee can that I keep all of her toys in, and I actually put some catnip in the can with her toys so that they sort of get infused with catnip and everything. And for whatever reason, I didn't put orange fishy back in that. I've got a tray that I keep all my drafting tools, my mechanical pencils, all the things that I use for measuring out house plans and all that stuff. I've got a tray that I keep all this stuff in. And for whatever reason, I guess I got lazy one day, and instead of putting orange fishy back in the can, I just tossed orange fishy in there with all the mechanical pencils and all that stuff. And I just happened to catch a glimpse of, like it's, the back fin sticking at its tail, sticking up next to some pencils. And then, of course, I did the whole 8-year-old on Christmas morning scream. I'm telling y'all, I'm your fine Scott and hilarious. I'm telling you, I'm a big kid. Get it, Doodle. Get it. Okay, don't. Easy. I have to keep an eye on her when she goes to scratching, particularly with her back feet, because just like I was mentioning last week about clipping her claws, her cuticle is so long it goes almost out to the end of her claws, so I can't really cut them much. So her back claws are really long, they're really thick, and when she gets a little too exuberant in her scratching, she will cut the, I've actually had to put, dab blood on the inside of her ears where she's cut herself with her back claws. So when I'm around and I see her do that, I kind of keep an eye on her. That's why I'm like, easy. Because if she gets too excited, then I'll reach and grab her foot and stop her and then scratch her ear for her. Meow, you want me to quit talking and play with you? Shut up, Daddy. Orange fishy's back. I must play. All right, Noodle. Let's get orange fishy hooked up on this little fishing rod thing. Orange fishy has returned. That's right. Orange fishy has been braving the elements in the pencil tray and has returned from his journeys. The return of Orange Fishy, a tale of survival. I have no idea what's wrong with me. There's Orange Fishy. Get it, dude. Look. And there she goes, chewing on the string again. Seriously, Rosie? God almighty. Ow, 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 ow. Oh. Get it, Doodle. Meow. 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 Nope, stop. Easy. Itchy ear, itchy ear. That better? Yeah, okay. You get it? You get it? Yep, she got it. Ow, 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 that's my, give me my finger. Meanie? I give up. This cat. She's going to chew Fishy off again. I know. Ha 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 ha! I got it. Get it, Doodle. Get it, Doodle. You gonna let Orange Fishy get the better of you? Come on. That was a good one. That was a good leap. Meow. Meow. Ow! Hey, easy! It's a good thing there's a blanket down there because you got away from me that time. What? Ow! That was my mouth. Ow, 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 ow. Beans! Ow! Beans! Beans! There we go. Beans! And then, of course, what else do we have? We have bean dip. Oh, I'm going to pay for that one. Meow! Meow! Ow. Hang on. I think I'm bleeding. Yep, I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding, Doodle! Again. Good exercise stimulation for Rosie. Not too good for Scott. Yeah, I know. She's mean to me. She hurts me. Lovely, cute feet. Yes, she is. Yes, they are. Adorable. I'm bleeding. Yeah. Ooh. I got away that time. What? Hey. Ha ha ha! Ha 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 ha! Send help. She's mean. Oh no, more blood. Yes, I know. She got my pec. When I was is it coming? Oh. When I was holding her up, she was trying to push off with her back feet, and her claws that I was saying was so thick and sharp were jabbing me in my pec. Are you good now? Are you okay? You calm? She's looking around. She's like, no, I'm looking for a battle. Oh my God, Rosie. Please let, nope, can't even pet the doodle right now. She is too fired up. But I can do that. What is it, baby? Be nice to me, please. Please be nice to me. I'm telling you, this cat is spoiled. And that's the way it should be. Okay, you have a little piece of catnip on your face. Can I get it, or are you going to rip my hand off? I love you, Rosie. I'm just doing this for your own good. Oh, crap. Now it's on you. You just had a little piece of catnip on your face. She hooked fishy good that time. Must have sharp. Yeah, I know she does, Ryan, and that's the thing. But her cuticles are so long. I need to clip them, but it's almost like her cuticles keep growing longer and longer, because I used to be able to clip, probably a good 1/8 of an inch off of her claws, and then they would be, good for a long time. Now I can just barely, if I go more than just barely catch the tip, then she screams at me. I mean, it's not that she screams at me like, I don't approve of what you're doing. She'll flinch. It's, like pain. So I think that her cuticles are just getting, I don't know if that's a thing or not. Can the cuticles get longer? But, yeah. I got to figure out something. I even tried filing them. And that seemed to work, other than the fact that it takes forever to file a cat's claws, and then, I can only do 2 or 3 at a time, and before she says, all right, that's enough of that one. Are you getting tired now? Is it wearing off? Her eyes are starting to get heavy. Yeah, I've got to figure out something to do with her claws, because, I can't cut them too much, because like most CHs, she doesn't jump intentionally. You'll see her jump, like, jump off the, she'll get the zoomies, and a CH with the zoomies is just, you never know where they're going to end up. But she doesn't intentionally make this, a lot of CHs don't make the conscious decision, I'm going to jump on the sofa. So what she does is she'll get up to the sofa and just dig her claws in and pull herself up. So she's got to have some amount of claws, or the bed. It's like that ramp that I made on one side of the bed. I lined it with carpet so she can have something to dig her claws in.
So, I mean, I can't go too far on the side of, making sure that I'm not, that I'm comfortable. It's not about me being comfortable. Because a CH, needs their claws even more so, at least for every movement, needs their claws more than a normal cat. Because that's where a lot of their stability comes from, what little of it they have. Is they dig their claws into everything to hold on to, even just walking. So you getting tired now? Are you coming down from the catnip? Oh yeah, those eyes are getting heavy. Rosie just makes my day. Oh yeah, Rosie's awesome. And the thing is, she knows it. I mean, she is so spoiled, and I love that. I love that she is spoiled. I mean, this cat gets her. Like, there are times that I'll go make food, and I'll come in here, and if I'm going to eat in here, then I'll sit down, I'll put my food down on the coffee table. Then she'll come and meow at me, so that I'll put her on the sofa next to me, because, of course, it's too much to ask that she has to climb. Excuse me, the princess does not climb if she doesn't have to. So she'll want me to pick her up. Well, that's all great and wonderful, but being a CH, a normal cat goes to the litter box and they stand in the litter box that, may have been cleaned out this morning, maybe, may not be perfectly clean, but being a CH, they don't just walk around. She lays in it. That's what CHs do. So that's one thing I have to keep in mind, is that she's laid in the litter box in order to use it. So when I pick her up to put her on the sofa, that means that I've got to go wash my hands again before I can eat, which I don't mind. But she knows that she can get me to put her on the sofa anytime. Here's the killing part. I will sit down, I'll put my food down, I'll sit down to eat. She'll come walking over, scream at me to put her on the sofa. I'll pick her up, put her on the sofa, then I'll go to wash my hands, and while I'm in the kitchen washing my hands, she'll jump down off the sofa. Knowing that I'm going to come back in here, she's going to ask me to pick her up and put her on the sofa again, and I will, and I'll have to go wash my hands again. Usually about the third time is when I tell her, you know what, if you want up here, you can climb up here. My food's cold, and I've washed my hands 3 times now, just so you can entertain yourself watching me walk back and forth. But I'm not bitter. All that to say, she's spoiled. What did I say? She needs her claws. Don't know how to advise you. Yeah, that's the thing, Marilyn. It's just that I've just got to accept that until I can find a way to clip her claws at least enough so that they're not dangerous without hurting her, then the other alternative is Scott is going to bleed. And that's fine. If I got to bleed, I'm not going to hurt her in order to clip her claws so that I'm more comfortable. That's not going to happen. So yeah. So until I figure out a solution, then maybe I'll just start keeping maybe a bag of blood around here in case I need to give myself a home transfusion or something. Hell, I don't know. Scott is bloody but not bitter. That's right. Exactly, Marilyn. Kisses. All right, you ready for kisses, Doodle? She's like, I'm ready for anything that doesn't involve me moving. All right, time for kisses. Here's one for Ryan, one for Marilyn, one for Jeanette, and one for me. She's like, whatever, I'm going to sleep. Send Band-Aids. Yeah, exactly. Maybe we'll do a shirt one day with Rosie with a sinister grin on her face, blood dripping off her claws, and me with Band-Aids all over my head. I can go somewhere and get all made up, maybe a black eye and some, fake blood running down my cheek, and be like, "You too can live this life if you have a CH." I don't know what that was. Don't hold it against me. Oh, me. That's a good idea. Yeah. Hey. Oh, me. Oh, yeah, she's calming down. She's settling down now. All right. Tell you what, let me go put the fishing pole and fishy back where it belongs, so that we know where it is next time, so Scott doesn't lose it again. I thought that Rosie, like, in the course of playing with it, like, tossed it maybe, over behind my drums or something. I've been looking everywhere. I've been looking, like, under the coffee table and everywhere, and it turns out I'm the one that lost it. You may not have to get yourself made up. Rosie can do it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Jeanette. Rosie's like, yeah, don't worry about wasting time getting made up. Scratch me at the base of my tail one more time, and I'll take care of that for you. All right, let me go put this up where it belongs, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay. So, Scott's such a devoted and responsible dad. So well trained as it should be. Exactly, Marilyn. I am very well trained. She has spent many years getting me trained just right. haven't you, Doodle? Oh yeah, she is definitely on her way down from the catnip. Oh yeah, good stuff. I'm telling you, this girl right here has been a true blessing to me. She is just awesome. So, all right, there we go. All right. Well, I was going to go to the store, but since I have had some sparkling wine, then driving is not an option. I mean, I'm not that I have had too much, but it's just, drinking and driving. That's not a good idea. It's not a good thing. That's one thing. One thing, once I have a little tasty taste, then I don't go anywhere. So it looks like Rosie and I will be ordering food. Trying to debate, should it be, I'm debating on either Chinese, like sesame chicken, or sushi. I'm really leaning towards sushi. I'm going to say, yes, we can see that. Yeah. To us as well. Yep. So yeah. So I'm thinking, I don't know, what do you think, Doodle? Sesame chicken or sushi? You don't care. Whatever. She doesn't care. Ryan said, I love, oh, I do too. I didn't really have an opinion about it one way or the other for most of my life. I mean, when I was younger, the idea of, quote unquote raw fish was just like, no, gross. But then as I got older, I was more or less indifferent to it. But then my former wife, she, I won't say she insisted, but she was a big fan of sushi, and I just decided one time, I was like, okay, you like it, you speak highly of it, I'll give it a try. And when I did, I was like, oh my God, I have found little bites of heaven rolled up in rice. It was awesome. So yeah. When I go a little overboard, I'll blame her for my sushi bill. It's a shame it's so expensive. Yeah, I know, that's why I say, Ryan, I'll blame her for my sushi bill. Like, if you had not introduced me to this, yeah, there's a couple of them that I order from a place not far from here. That it's always here's where I screw up. Is there's like, there's a bunch of them that I like, but there's really like 4 or 5 that are just awesome. I love, and I can never decide, do I want to get this one or do I want to get this one? Or do I want to get this one or this one? So I'll end up ordering like all 4 of them, and of course sushi's not very good left over. So I'll order like 4 of them, eat like 2 pieces off of each one, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. So there goes $60, $70 worth of sushi because I can't make a decision. Just saying. And again, she doesn't care. So yeah, y'all talking about salmon and this. Yeah, I think I am leaning toward the sushi. I think that's a thing that's going to happen. Because as soon as I have one glass of this, my keys stay on the hook and don't go anywhere. But we had to pay tribute to Ysera. So I guess I'll go to the grocery store tomorrow. You don't get sushi. With your little tummy issues, you don't get people food. I'm sorry. Jeanette's like, I'm hungry now. We need to splurge once in a while. That's true. That's true. Well, and I, even though it's a lot of carbs, I've decided I've generally gotten away from doing any kind of working out or anything on Sunday. Sunday is my day to rest, and God's day to rest is my day to rest. So I generally don't work out at all. I don't do my morning calisthenics. I don't do my evening workout. Lifting weight. I don't. Usually Sunday is my day to more or less chill. But with this snowstorm, then I also, like I said before, I abandoned my diet, and I said I'm not going to get back on my diet until starting tomorrow morning. So yeah, I can afford. I've pretty much murdered my diet the last 4 days, 5 days, whatever. Anyway, there was 2 days I had homemade pancakes, and of course I loaded it up with butter and syrup and everything. And then last couple days I've had homemade biscuits. Well, the biscuits weren't homemade, but the sausage gravy was homemade. So yeah, one more night. I'll tear up some sushi tonight and get back on it tomorrow. So yeah. So I'm sitting there talking about sushi, everybody. Yeah, yep. Once more to Ysera and to Ysera's mom and dad. I see all these special needs babies like Ysera, Willy Wonky, Wyatt, that passed away a couple of weeks ago, and I see how far people go for their special needs babies, and it makes me happy, but it also makes me. I don't mean to bring it to a downer, but it makes me sad that not every animal, regardless of health status or anything else, that they don't have that. That there are animals that I see a lot of things on, particularly on Facebook, the Dodo, which is a little animal channel, which is really awesome. But a lot of stuff they'll post is where people will rescue animals from the street that have been just abandoned and dumped, and my heart breaks for the animal, and I know that I really try to be a good person, but there's also a part of me that the people that do that to these, I really want to find them and do bad things to them. I know that sounds horrible, but these people that just dump, and I'm not even I'm much more a cat person, but people that dump dogs and cats and all that, and seeing what these dogs and cats go through after they've been dumped and heartbroken because their owner abandoned them, and I'm like, oh my God, you know what? Let me please have a chat with the owner of that poor animal in a room, just me and them, Yeah, I'll stop there. I'll stop there lest y'all think I'm not a good person. So, she's knocked out. Ryan said, yeah, me too. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But yeah. So anyway, to you, Sarah, and to all of them, but to you, Sarah, we love you. We will miss you. And to you, Sarah's mom and dad, thank you so much for showing her the love and the life that she so richly deserved. I can't understand how people can be so evil sometimes. Yeah, I know that was one thing that kind of left me scratching my head when I was a cop was, just, the things that people will do to people, just, makes you wonder. Yes, I think of that too. So many animals in need breaks my heart. Toss out house pets. Yeah, I know. I mean, yeah, Marilyn. It's like people have, I've seen, particularly these elderly cats. That people will just, once they get to a point where they're going to require medical attention because they're elderly or because maybe they don't, for anybody, I don't know if any of y'all have ever had older cats. But as cats get older, they tend to bathe less frequently. They tend to be less disciplined in going to the litter box. I mean, just like when a person gets older, and their faculties are not all there, and maybe they're not able to control themselves in certain ways and whatnot like they used to could. Animals are the same way. And when people just take these animals that have for years given them unconditional love, and then they just go, well, guess what, Fluffy, you're about to cost money, so I'm going to go chunk you off in a gutter. Guess what, you're getting to be a pain in the butt with the whole not getting to your litter box on time, so I'm going to throw you. No, that doesn't, I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all, so. But yeah, I feel the same way. I'm so glad you said that, what I could do in 5 minutes with those inhuman things. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. See, and unfortunately, Jeanette, we have to mind our P's and Q's because at the end of the day, we are sort of in the public eye. So, lest something happen, we don't want anybody to point a finger at us and say, well, Scott said he would do this in a live stream. No, Scott just said that he wanted to be alone in a room with them for 5 minutes. Scott didn't say what he wanted to do. Maybe Scott just wanted to sit down and have a chat with them and explain to them how wrong they are. Maybe he doesn't, but maybe he does. My 18-year-old cat, I would never abandon her. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's when, if anything, that's when they need us the most. I mean, it's when they need us to help bathe them, when they need us to be understanding when they poop in the floor because they couldn't make it to the litter box, or maybe at their age they forgot where the litter box was. Maybe they forgot what a litter box is. But yeah. They are our family, our children. Yeah, exactly. And I can tell you right now, I love my family, most of them, a lot of them. There's some people in my family that, there's some people in my family that I probably would throw out in the gutter. I don't know. So, yeah. Extended family, not, so in case either one of my sisters are watching this, I wouldn't throw either one of y'all out in the gutter. There's some people in my extended family. Yeah, I'd probably throw it, but an animal, no. Yes, they are. Yeah, I agree. My cat is my Rosie is my family. Rosie is as, you know, I mean, she's my family. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, she's, you know, she's family to me. I was just thinking, you know, me too. I just wanted to have a chat with them too. That's exactly, see, that's it. I just want to sit down with them, maybe pour them a cup of coffee and say, hey, buddy, let's talk. So, yeah. But anyway. All right, so once again, I lose track of time when I'm with y'all because I enjoy being with y'all so much. I enjoy Rosie, you know, y'all getting to spend time with Rosie getting to spend time with y'all, and me and Rosie and me and y'all and everything. I lose track of time. So I have absolutely, yet again, I have absolutely enjoyed my Sunday afternoon with the Rosie Army. Thank you all. So, but we're gonna let the little furry monster get some sleep. So, oh, pardon me if I'm having a bad hair day. I've decided to let my hair grow out again. So we'll see. We'll see what Scott looks like in about 6 months. Yep. Oh yeah. I don't. Did I don't think I ever. I'll show you. Let's see. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can access. I think we tried. Did we try this before? Once before? Did we try this like last week? I know I think my, what you call it, just went away. Bear with me. Bear with me if you're still here. I think we tried this. I'm not sure. I'm going to try something. I think I tried this last week and we discovered that I can't do it when the phone is being used as a camera. But we're going to try it anyway because I'm sometimes not the brightest bulb in the box. I think I should still be live. Just audio only for right now. I think I may be back. I'm not sure. My cats watch the Rosie Show too, especially my Pebbles. Oh, Pebbles? You got a cat named Pebbles? Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. I used to have a cat named Pebbles. Long story, but yeah, I used to have a cat named Pebbles. She was a, ooh, why is it fuzzy? Oh. She had previously been a feral, and when again, my former wife, when she brought her home, she literally had to carry the kennel in wearing welding gloves because Pebbles was extremely, extremely violent. So I don't think this is. Have I really screwed up my live stream? Crap. Yeah, Pebbles was extremely, extremely violent. She was beautiful, beautiful, white, long hair with little spots of brown and black on her, almost like a, I don't even want to say calico, but very spotty calico. And I spent months, I mean, literally, she had to live in her kennel for months because, I mean, we couldn't let her out. She would tear you up. She was mean. And we had her kennel in one spot in the living room. And every time I walked by, I would just say something to her, you know, hey baby, and keep going. Or I would, you know, just sort of, you know, pet at her kennel, but not directly try to pet her. Well, eventually it got to where I could put my hand in the kennel, not near her, but in the kennel. And then I could get, hang on, I'm trying to multitask and my brain doesn't like doing that. Then I got to where I could put my hand close to her, and, you know, so on and so forth until I progressively was able to pet her. Bottom line is, fast forward about 6 months, and I was the only person in our entire house. Well, I'm sorry, my former wife, she eventually got to where she could pet her a little bit. But Pebbles would follow me around, and I mean, I could pet her. She wanted me to pick her up. She would nuzzle against my neck. She would rub against my neck and purr. And I mean, she was sort of my baby. She turned. So yeah, when you said your cat Pebbles, then yeah, because my Pebbles, she's no longer with us, and so when I saw Pebbles, then I got kind of excited, and my heart sort of jumped a little bit. So yeah, that was all that to say, I had a Pebbles too, and she was awesome. Like I said, she loved me. As a matter of fact, my former wife, she sent a video to somebody at the shelter of Pebbles nuzzling my neck and purring and all this, and they literally could not believe that it was the same cat that had attacked one of the kennel workers. They were like, that is not the same cat. And my then wife was like, yeah, that's the same cat that attacked, so and so. All right, so what I'm doing right now, I know this is completely off the topic, has nothing to do with with cats, but I had mentioned that I'm growing my hair out again. If I can tolerate it, if I can make it last this long. So I'm putting some pictures in OBS to show what I'm gonna look like when it's all said and done. Okay. Are we ready? Do we want to see what Scott's going to look like? Well, Jeanette says she's a little tortoiseshell and she is very spoiled, especially with her toys. She loves to hear Rosie. Oh, well, that's so sweet. Well, tell Miss Pebbles that we said hello and that we love her. She nudges the phone when she hears, oh, little sweet Pebbles. Okay. Are we ready? Let's see, when was this? So y'all are about to see
Y'all are about to see a picture of 20-year-old Scott at my oldest sister's wedding back in 1991. It hadn't changed. It changed. There we go. There we go. Oh, God Almighty. Right, the lovely locks. Thank you. Oh, God. I have no idea what is possessing me. Heavy metal. Exactly. I have no idea what is possessing me to grow my hair out again. I mean, other than the fact that I have, I'm sure y'all have seen in the background, y'all have seen my drums set up. I started playing a couple of years ago, right after. I'm sorry. I started playing again after years of not touching them. I probably hadn't touched my drums in 30 years. So I started practicing again, playing again. I'm hoping to. I found some places down in Galveston that do like open jam sessions. So I'm hoping to be able to get together and join a band, put a band, do something, because I love music. So I can't believe you had a hair. Now much lighter and shorter. Yeah, I know. So, there's another one. There's a couple more coming. There's a delay. There's a delay in them loading. But yeah, that was when I was that one right there. I was pouting because that was actually the day that my girlfriend at the time. She took that picture. We were leaving my apartment to go get my hair cut, because I was getting ready to go meet with the Marine Corps, and I did not want them to see me with long hair. So this picture, I was pouting because we were actually on our way to get my hair all chopped off. So yeah, in that picture I was 22. So yeah. So you're talking about that was 32 years ago, because I'm 54 now. So yeah. Yeah. That's my goofy little self right there, 30 something years ago. Ron said, lovely hair, so fortunate it grows well when you do it long. Yeah. Uh, will you grow it this long again? Uh, Marilyn, I would kind of, I would kind of like to, uh, so we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't have any, I don't know. I would like to, so we'll see how it comes out. I mean, I don't know if my hair is gonna, I know that, of course, being 54, I have not a lot, but I have a little bit of gray coming up on the sides. Uh, it's not completely brown like it was then. It's still so far, knock on wood, it still grows out straight and full and all. I mean, so I mean, I'm blessed that way. So I mean, we'll just see what it looks like as it grows out. But you know, if I can grow it out and it not look like some old guy that's just trying to look cool, uh, you know, if it can just look like just Scott being Scott, then yeah, I'll grow it out. I just don't want to. If it ever starts looking like just some old guy that's trying to hang on to his youth or something like that, and it just looks like a poser or something, then yeah, I'll cut it off because I don't have a problem being a 54-year-old man. Uh, you know, the whole purpose of growing my hair out again is going to be because that's what I want to do, not because I feel like I need to, you know, reach back and hold on to my youth or anything. But you know, if it, you know, as long as it doesn't look like I'm trying to be somebody that's not Scott, then yeah, I'll grow it out. He said, I do not look my age. Well, thank you, Jeanette. I mean, I think I've mentioned before. That's kind of been the norm for my entire life is that I don't look my age. Uh, I think I mentioned before that when I was in the police academy, they nicknamed me 12-year-old. One of the instructors did because I didn't look like I was old enough to be a cop. When I first came out of the academy and nobody on the streets knew me before I'd made a name and reputation for myself, then I had people that I would tell them, turn around, put your hands behind your back, and they'd look at me like, man, you're not old enough to put me in jail. And I'd be like, yeah, I am too. So I think that would be awesome. Hey, my husband is 72 and he has long hair. He's an old hippie. There you go. Nothing wrong with that, Jeanette. So, but yeah. So it's been a norm for my entire life is that I've always just looked younger than I am. I mean, call it blessed, call it genetics, call it whatever. But again, I don't have a problem with being 54. I did think you were much younger than 54, to be honest. Well, thank you, Ryan. Yeah, and I actually I've gotten very much used to it to the point that, I generally like to play little games with people when they, like when my birthday came last month and I turned 54, then I where I'm working right now, where I'm building out a couple of offices, then I've gotten kind of to know a lot of the people that work in the office and all that stuff. And I mentioned just in casual passing, I think I mentioned to one of them that it was my birthday and whatnot, and they were like, "Oh, well, how old are you?" And this, that, and the other. And I was like, "Well, how old do you think I am?" Because I like to see people throw numbers out there and see, and then I like to see the look on their face when I say, "Yeah, well, thank you for that, but I passed 42 12 years ago. I'm 54, so." And then when they're what? So, but no, it's so yeah. So I don't have a problem with being a 54-year-old man. My hair turns gray, turns salt and pepper, then that's what it does. If it turns solid white, 10-4, that's what it does. I don't mind. I've got crow's feet and wrinkles where I didn't have, like in those pictures that I just put up. But that's part of life, and that's part of those. As far the way I look at it is those things tell the story of Scott. I earned those. I've earned the scars and the wrinkles and the this, that, and the other by virtue of living the life that I've lived and doing the things that I do, and they tell the story of Scott, and I'm proud of them, or at least that's who they are. I'm not one of these people that I'm going to start going to dye my hair. I mean, nothing against guys that do decide to dye the gray out of their hair. More power to them, but I'm not going to go get Botox or things. Hey, I am who I am. My scars, my flaws, my gray hair, that's who I am, and I'm proud of it. So there you go. Marilyn said you do look well. Thank you, Marilyn. I appreciate that. So yeah. So we'll see. Like I said,
I'll bet you get ID checked all the time. Actually, that, believe it or not, that actually is slowed down a lot. Probably up until about, I'll say 8 or 10 years ago. Yeah, I mean, even in my mid 40s, I couldn't go buy a 6-pack of beer without getting carded, and I still do get carded from time to time. Uh, so, yeah, I mean, it doesn't happen as often as it used to, but it still happens. I did. I think it was it this bottle of sparkling wine? It was this bottle, or maybe the one that we opened for when Wyatt crossed the Rainbow Bridge. It was one of those. I went to the store to get that and got carded for it. So, but it is, like I said, I'm me, and that's all. What I tell people, I see so many people trying to be not themselves, whether they're trying to be somebody else or they're trying to just not be themselves. My thing's always been, look, I'm barely good at being Scott. I damn sure can't be anybody. I couldn't be anybody else if I wanted to. I'm barely good at being Scott. I would definitely screw up trying to be somebody else. So yeah. So Scott is Scott with his salt and pepper getting a little bit gray on the wings, and a little bit of crow's feet when I smile, and hey, it is what it is. So and nothing against the people that like I said, that dye the gray out of their hair or go get hey, you do you, may you make you happy. So I'm about to tuck that foot. I am definitely going to pay for that. So, gray hair on the side can look so cool. Yeah, I mean, that's I've heard both sides of it. So but hey, I am who I am. As long as I don't end up being somebody that, like I said before, that looks like I'm just trying to hang on to my glory days and have this stringy kind of bird's nest hair, maybe going bald and this thing. Yeah, if I start going bald, I'm just going to shave my head. But no, as long as I can, at least present myself in a halfway decent way, then hey, whatever. Do you have the same do now as you did when you were a policeman? Actually, when I was a policeman, it was a lot shorter. I kept it a lot shorter for a couple of reasons. Number one, for whatever, particularly when I first started policing, I felt the need to have that cop image, and so I kept. I had a high and tight, basically a little, basically the same haircut I had when I went to the Marine Corps, when I went to OCS. Just a horseshoe, and but I mean, I've always, I guess ever since I was probably 14 or 15, I've parted it on the side until it got as long as it did. Then it's kind of, there is no part in it. I just would brush it back and let it go where it goes. But yeah, Matt, no, I see. That's the thing, right? I can't grow a mustache. That's the weirdest thing. You'll never see me with a beard, mustache, goatee, for the simple fact that I can't grow sideburns. My beard starts right about here. And so I've got a little space right about here, about an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch, that nothing grows. So I can't grow a nice full beard, because I would have this little space, a little spot of dead man's land, so to speak, where nothing grows. And then I've got little spots, even at 50-something years old. I thought when I was a teenager, I was like, oh yeah, well, they'll grow out and this and that. I've got little spots that nothing grows. So if I try to grow a beard, then I'll just end up looking like I've got the mange. I'll end up with just bald spots here and there, and the same with a mustache. I mean, at least it'll be a little bit full, but I won't have. If I were to grow a mustache, I would want to grow like the Tom Selleck, the boss, big old thick. And my mustache doesn't grow like that. It would just be a little pencil thin, almost like a World War I fighter ace with the little pencil thin mustache and the scarf and everything. that's the way my mustache grows in. So, you know, I'll never. I tried growing a mustache and a goatee one time when I was a cop. I took about a 3-week vacation, and at the time you couldn't have you could have a mustache, but you couldn't have a beard or a goatee as a police officer. Now you see cops with beards all the time, but you could have a mustache, but it couldn't break the corners of your mouth. So in other words, you couldn't have a handlebar. You couldn't have one that came down to here, even though my training officer did. He did it just to piss off the sergeants. But I took a 3-week vacation one time and tried to grow a mustache and a goatee, and it just grew out just thin, and it almost looked like, I mean, I was what, 26, 27, 28 years old, and it looked like a 14-year-old trying to grow a mustache. And after 3 weeks, it just wasn't growing. And then it was itchy. And I was like, constantly. I was like, ah. So about 3 weeks in, 2.5 weeks, I shaved off. I was like, yep. So yeah. If you see me with some growth, it's probably no more than about 2 or 3 days, just because I was too lazy to shave. So yeah, you'll never see me. There's one thing I would love to grow a big old handlebar, wax the ends of it and everything. That would be cool. That would just be cool. But you'll never see me do that, just because my facial hair doesn't grow like that. So Ryan said, yeah, same with me. I have bald spots and it looks crap, so I don't bother. Yeah, that's me right there. The mange. Yeah, exactly. So yeah. So pretty much the way you see Scott now, other than maybe having longer hair, or maybe if I get tired of growing it out, I may shave my head. I used to be bald. I mean, when I say bald, I would shave my head like twice a week with a razor and shaving cream. It shined. So I've been both ends of the spectrum, and I could care less. So that's pretty much the only difference you're going to see in Scott, is whether or not I've got long hair, short hair, normal hair, or no hair. But as far as a beard, mustache, nope, not gonna happen. Nope, I will look like something. You'll be like, people will look at me and go, oh, I think we need to put him down. so yeah. So all right, I think we're gonna wrap it right there. What do you think, Doodle? Tom? Yeah, she's about half night. So I thought she was going to join us again, Jeanette, but yeah, she just readjusted. So, all right. So I think we're going to leave it there. We went what, an hour and 47 minutes. Wow. So what I actually thought in the beginning was going to be a short episode, because she was going to be hiding under the tree, actually turned out to be one of our longer, if not the longest one we've done so far. So hey, good on us. Good on the Rosie Army. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it there. We're gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna order me some sushi. And Jeanette, I'll get with you. I'll try to get with you Monday when I get in from the job site. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave everything up so that everybody can say their toodles to everybody. And until next week. Everybody have a good, safe, blessed week, and I thank you all for being here, and I will see y'all next week. Say toodles, Doodle, or make a fist at me and look at me. Good job. Yeah. I'll see y'all next week. Toodles, everybody.